Okay, my bad, I was muted. Let me know how the audio sounds, y'all. Let me know how the audio sounds before we get into it. We got some retracements going on, which makes sense because we've been dumping all week. Before I break this stuff down, let me know how the audio sounded. So right now we're looking for sells on everything. We're looking at possible NAS sells, gold sells, and GU sells. So gold's pushing up, so we're just gonna let gold do its thing. With GU, we're gonna be looking to see if we can BCR and maintain 33.95 as resistance. And then with NAS, same thing. If we break past and we don't hold 24,420 as resistance, we're not gonna look for sales no more. Not gonna look for buys on NAS today either. Yeah, but price has been dumping all week, so the transfers are kind of due. And as far as news today, we don't have any news going on, so I'm just waiting for volume and our confirmations to be met. If y'all have not already, make sure to hit that first link in the description, join the free signal for Telegram, and watch the Sunday chart analysis, because literally since the beginning of the week, price has been doing exactly what we've been looking for. But we gotta see what this next 15 looks like. We're gonna be on for a little bit, y'all. Let's see what this next 15 looks like. If y'all got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop them in the chat. But you already know the drill. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. Reject this level long session. Fail to hold this resistance. Same thing with gold. Price just been ranging the past hour. So we're going to see if we can get some retests right here. If it fails to hold this level, we can look for sales here. But depending on how price plays out, we did do some retracements yesterday. So we're either going to see price continue to retrace today, or we might be able to catch the next push. We just got to wait and see. Just got to wait and see. All right, new 15 just popped up. just dropped a new video for y'all yesterday. Make sure to check that out after the live is over. Dropped a couple videos for y'all this week. Make sure to explore the playlist as well. All playlists are up to date. Charts projecting, so it's simply just gonna take the setup. But this is another example while we wait for the BCR, because we just went for the sell because price broke the level. Would have took a loss for no reason. Same thing right here. But let's talk about what's going on right now. Let's go ahead and pull it up. Pull up another chart. So let's go over NAS first. Yeah, NAS rejecting. Alright, let's go over NAS100 first. Let me pull NAS up real quick. So prior to yesterday, we was in a downtrend, right? This was Wednesday. We went for sales yesterday. Kind of nice sell setup, then price reversed like a lot of charts at around 1 o'clock. So then this is how price ended yesterday, right? So we're still in a downtrend, but we break past this point, we could see price reverse back up, right? So that's why I'm only gonna look for sales if we can be strong, maintain this low as resistance. Because when we break past the lower high, we're not looking for sales no more, right? But a lot of charts we're tracing right now. So let's go look at G really quick. Alright, same thing with G, right? We was in a downtrend, the price reversed yesterday. So now we gotta wait to see how price plays out today. And then gold's in a similar situation also. So let me pull up gold really quick also. We see the same thing in gold. So we're gonna be on for a little bit, but depending on how the price plays in the next couple hours, we might just have to wait to see what New York's actually got in store. But same thing with gold, right? We had a big ass drop Tuesday, Wednesday. Price retraced yesterday. So we're making a new lower high. So again, depending on how price plays out today, we're either gonna see price continue to retrace on these charts and continue the retracements, or we're gonna see price try to make a new move and a new push. So we're just waiting to see what level price holds. But like I said, if it rejects past this point, keeps pushing up, I'm just gonna let them do what they're gonna do for the day. Right, I don't really care. The goal is not for me to catch every candlestick, it's the goal for my setups, right? And even if we don't trade today, it's all good because we're up for the week. Right, we're up for the week, so that's the thing about charts. I was just talking to a member about this in a one-on-one session last night. You don't got to trade every day, right? You want to consistently go for the same setups. So that means you're missing out on a couple pips or a couple moves. It is all good. It is all good. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to look for a setup, but I'm not going to force a setup or take setups that aren't in my trading plan. But let's see how G reacts right here. If I got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop them in the chat. But you already know the drill. Already know the drill. Got some new videos lined up for you on Instagram and TikTok as well. Make sure to follow me. These are my only accounts that you see scrolling at the bottom of the screen. These are my only accounts. Whoops, my bad. Yeah, these charts still retracing hard. We're gonna be on for a little bit though, just to see how price plays out. But like I always say, if you don't see any action between now and 6 a.m., just wait for 8 o'clock, 9:30 New York open. If y'all got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop them in the chat. But yeah, it looks like price is still retracing, so we're just gonna let price do its thing. There is another chart we can look at though, which is GJ. So we could pull up GJ and see what GJ talking about. That chart's retracing as well. But you got a lot of retracement going on. Look how price reacting to this level. Let's see what the next 15 looks like. Gold is trying to push back down below as well. Let's put this alert right here. Let's look to the NAS. Nice reject. So yeah, so let's push it back down below. I'm not really going to pull the trigger on any of these. Do you place your trades on the higher time frames? No. So my bias is based on the higher time frames, right? So y'all be in the TikTok lives. We might be live a little bit today. I gotta check my schedule. If y'all check the TikTok lives, we're on the bigger time frame when it comes to identifying the trend and market structure, right? You watch my trade breakdowns. I just dropped the trade breakdown yesterday. So make sure to check out the trade breakdown playlist as well on the YouTube channel. But you identify the trend and your game plan is based on the daily, right? But we don't enter on the daily. Like right now, we're in a 15-minute time frame, right? But if you join the free signal free Telegram, first link in the description, you watch the Sunday chart analysis. The game plan for this week, where all charts have been going as projected, was based on the daily time frame, right? The trades we take on a day-by-day basis are based on daily time frame, but we enter on the smaller time frames, right? The bigger time frames for the trend and the bias, the smaller time frames are for entries only, right? So we don't. That's why we're saying, like, I know a lot of people be when I say daily, people think that means I'm trading on there, but no, that's just simply for the bias and the market structure. So we're gonna see what this next 15 looks like. We see prices rejecting this level here, which is a good sign. So we're gonna see what this next 15 and 5 minute looks like. Gonna see how price reacts right here. Same thing with gold. And the NAS, we're gonna leave NAS alone for right now. Look at that rejection. So I didn't take the setup, obviously, but this is a good sign. So again, as long as we can maintain 34.15 as resistance, we're gonna look for sales. So we're gonna look for a retest here, or we're gonna look for a BCR at 33.95. Gold still above this level, so is NAS. So we're not gonna touch gold or NAS unless it pushes back down below. If you're late to the live, just rewind to like the middle point of the live. That's why I broke that down and talked about it. But yeah, that's what we got going on right now. If y'all got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop them in the chat. But you already know the drill. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. Let's see if we hold this level. Again, price been dumping. It's been a very smooth week. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a very, very smooth week. There was GU settles yesterday, Wednesday, Tuesday. The one we took on Monday's live stream. Gold's been fucking just ripping all week as well. Like, just look at this stuff, bro. This is why I've been telling y'all to go with the floor price. Look how easy it would have been going for sells versus going for buys most of these days on GU and on gold, right? Now NAS is another conversation. We'll talk about it on the TikTok live. NAS is another conversation. We'll talk about that later. But let's see what this next 5 minute looks like. So it looks like G is going to try to hold this level as resistance. Let's see if we can hold right here. New 15 just popped up. Those just joined the live, we have not into this trade yet. This is just a trade idea. But that might change in a second. I ain't gonna lie to y'all folks. Looks like GJ trying to do something too. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer, y'all. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat and I got you. Let's see if we can hold right here. And then with NAS, again, we're only going to look for sales that we can BCR maintain 29,420 as resistance. It's not today, it might just be a retracement day, y'all. We'll see. We still got New York session though. As far as how we're doing so far this week, we took a NAS100 sell. Those other sales that took place as well, but as far as signal wise, took a NAS100 sell. Obviously, gold and GU dumped yesterday as well. And then Wednesday, GU when that's projected, gold when that's projected. We took a GJPY. Then Tuesday, we took a gold sell and GU sell. I think we took one of the sells during the live stream. I think we took the gold sell during the live stream on Tuesday. I don't remember. But I know on Monday's live stream, we took both the gold and the GU setup. So, we've just been killing it. We've just been killing it this month so far. Just picking up where we left out the month prior and the quarter prior. But yeah, so we're looking to see if we can hold this level as resistance. If price wants to keep on pushing up, we're just going to let price do its thing. But we got gold and GU making their way back to our levels. So if we don't see any action between this next hour, it might just be chilling until New York session. Again, there is no news today. We're simply just waiting for volume and our confirmations. Right? We did have GBP news at 2 a.m., but besides that, there is no USD or New York session news. still chilling here. So we're looking at GU sales. We also look at possible GJ buys as well. I'm watching GJ right here also. About to see if we can hold this level. Let's pull it up. But shout out to those that are still tuning in. Again, this is also why I always tell y'all I don't be staring at the charts all day, because price is going to do what price is going to do when it's going to do it. And just staring at the charts, watching paint dry can also cause you to just try to force setups or FOMO and all this other shit. That's why I just set alerts, right? But I like to do these live so y'all can, one, so I can show y'all how this shit works, but two, so y'all can see the realistic side of trading. It's not always as soon as you open up your computer, you're hopping to a setup. That's not the case all the time, right? Sometimes you have to literally just wait a little bit. That's just part of the game, though. That's just part of the game. Yeah, so we're going to see if we can take a sell setup going into this next 15. That's what we're looking at right now. I like this right here, though. We're already at the halfway point of the year, y'all, which is crazy as hell. Time's just been fucking flying. Alright, we got about a minute and a half till the next 15 pops up. Let's see what we got going on. Let's see what we got going on. We in this one. So it's only set up taking London session. I'm not taking anything else until New York. But yeah, we're in this right here. We in this. See how this plays out right here. Again, anything above this level, I'm not looking for sales. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, y'all. Y'all see it scroll at the bottom of y'all screen. Instagram, playmaker_wait. TikTok, _playmakerwait_. Again, that's my only TikTok and Instagram. I might have to make a new Instagram. I've been debating and postponing it, but I honestly might have to make a new one because I got restricted on Instagram again, which is crazy because I don't even be getting views like that like I do on TikTok, but I got restricted on Instagram. They're still hating on your boy. I just take that as a compliment and a good sign because all I'm doing is literally teaching. Like, I don't do nothing fancy. I'm getting restricted and reported just for teaching. So I take that as a good sign. Let's see. What we got going on. So we're about to hit TP1 right here. This is gonna keep on pushing. Like always, we're going to hold to SR2 gets hit. We did hit TP1. We're going to be on for a little bit longer, probably till next 15 pops off. And I got some videos to edit and knock out for y'all. I got some new videos lined up for y'all on Instagram and TikTok. Make sure to be on the lookout for that. Make sure to catch up to the videos on YouTube. But we're about to see if we hit TP2 before we hop off of here. Again, it took a little bit of patience, but we're in the setup now. So, and we're green right now. So we're going to see how price plays out. All right, y'all, we hit TV1. We're still holding as resistance for now. Again, we had a lot of retracements take place yesterday, so either we're going to see the retracements and lower highs continue today, or we're going to see a new push take place today. There is no news going on, so we're just waiting for volume or confirmation to be met. If you did not take a setup yet, I just recommend waiting for 8 o'clock, 9:30. But we're still going to hold this to SRTV gets hit, and I'll update y'all later on, as well as possibly probably when we go live on TikTok, what's taking place right here. But yeah, man, a lot of charts are kind of just retracing right now. And we're going to see what G does right here. It looks like it's rejecting, so we might hit stop loss. It is what it is, though. If we hit stop loss, we're still up for the week. So I'm not really tripping too much about that. Literally, our NAS100 trade yesterday, even if our stop loss gets hit, we'll cancel out this loss. So you have not watched my, where's my phone at? If you have not watched my video on the risk tree reward, make sure to watch my video on the risk tree reward. So let me drop that in the chat really quick before I hop out of here. Let me find that video and drop it in the chat before we hop out of here. Definitely make sure to explore and watch the playlist this weekend. But let me drop this in the chat before we hop out of here. That way, just to make y'all search a little bit simpler. Alright, boom. All right, so make sure to watch that video, y'all. Shout out to everybody on the live. Shout out to everybody on the live since the beginning. Shout out to everybody on the live since y'all joined. Make sure to hit that first link in the description on the free signal, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. We'll be updating y'all Sunday how we did this week, but if you want to just see how we're doing so far this week, all you gotta do is just check that out. Go to where it says subscribers, over 4 years worth of receipts. You can see screenshots of positions, screenshots of photos of the trades we're in, as well as student results and testimonials. Also, if you go to the Instagram, go to the highlights for the Instagram, there's a bunch of student results and testimonials as well. I gotta post some more, cause I just don't really be posting that shit, but I got a lot more to post, right? But again, we've been doing this since 2022, y'all, averaging 80 to 90% win rate on a weekly, monthly, and quarterly basis. And yeah, we're gonna see how GU plays out right here. Peace, we out.